Hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome back to another movie review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing A Quiet Place Day 1, and as usual I'm quickly gonna go through the story of this movie to tell in short what this movie is all about. Then I'm gonna share my own opinions and thoughts about this movie, so in case you didn't watch it, one big spoiler alert across the screen. And yeah guys, just click away from this video and come back after you watch a movie. If you want to, if you don't want to, you don't have to, it is totally fine. But if you really are interested in my opinions and thoughts about this movie right now, then stay with me till the end of this video and let's get started. Alright guys, A Quiet Place Day 1 is a movie that's been released this year, 2 months ago actually, and this is a horror slash SF type of a movie genre and a prequel to A Quiet Place 1 and 2 that I, by the way, watched and reviewed on my channel, so you can also check that out anytime you want to. Anyway, story of A Quiet Place Day 1 starts off with a scene that shows this woman that is, by the way, our main character. Her name is Sam, and she's a cancer patient, unfortunately, and it shows her in this room where there's this medical center where people with cancer and all other problems and diseases gather around to talk to each other. They get medical care and treatment they need, and she's talking to these people, reading her poems because she loved writing poems, and it's pretty sad. And there is this nurse. He asks her, does she want to go downtown with him and other people? And she says that she will go if they will grab pizza. So he agrees, and they head downtown in the city of New York, and they're supposed to get pizza after this show that they watched, and they don't get pizza actually because they realize something very weird is going on. There's a lot of military planes and helicopters flying in the sky, and they get ordered to go back to medical center. She doesn't understand what's going on. She wants to get pizza so badly because she apparently didn't eat pizza in a long time, or she loves pizza a lot. And through the entire time, she has her cat with her. Cat is also a pretty important factor in this movie. I'm going to come to that later. But as they're getting back on the bus now, because they're ordered to go back, they realize something weird is going on. And that's when these asteroids fall from the sky, hit the city, and a lot of people get killed and hurt. And there is now dust everywhere flying around them. She doesn't know what's going on, she is all confused and weirded out and, scared. And that's when these creatures come out of these shells, asteroids, wherever they are, that fell from the sky, and just start to slaughter everyone and everything that makes noise. And it's a living creature. They literally start to wipe the shit out of everything. And that's when this entire post-apocalypse actually starts. So for the rest of the movie, Sam is now trying to survive against these alien creatures with a super hearing. Now, these creatures are blind, but they have very sensitive hearing and they can hear miles away. And as the movie goes on, and as she's surviving together with her cat, that's, by the way, very intelligent, the cat somehow gets itself into all the troubles together with her, but the cat always finds a way to survive. And through the entire movie, there is a bunch of scenes when you just wonder, is the cat gonna die? And I was through the entire movie, just please don't kill the cat, please don't kill the cat, please let the cat be alright, and it was intense through the entire time with the cat. But, as the movie goes on, she meets this another man called Eric. So he's second main character in this movie. Now, Eric is a younger man that came to a college in New York. He wanted to finish a college. And, of course, unfortunately, he also ended up in this post-apocalypse now. And he's also trying to survive. So he teams up with Sam, and they kind of bond with each other. Sam also needs her treatment for cancer because she's in pain. She has to use these stickers on her skin, and there is one point in the movie where Eric goes to get these for her, and he starts to really bond with her and take care of her, and she also shares some of her deepest desires with him and how sad she is and that she has a cancer and all that. And that's pretty much the entire movie. They're just surviving and, reflecting on each other's lives and trying to get out of that entire mess. So I really, really, but really loved A Quiet Place Day One. I especially love the first two movies. I'm a big fan of post-apocalyptic stuff, so this movie is no exception. This movie was supposed to show how this entire mess started, and that's exactly what we got. It starts off right from the beginning of the movie almost, and through the entire movie, things are just happening. Everything is just fluid, and it's not boring. It's very well done scenario for this movie. It was very creative. The music, the effects, the sound effects of these monsters, they're clicking, and they use echolocation to locate their victims. It's so scary and terrifying. I'm kind of sorry I haven't watched this movie in a cinema now. I think watching movie in cinema on the big screen with all these big speakers around you and just hearing that clicking from the monsters as they produce that echolocation waves, that would be so great. And I like think it's so eerie and creepy and kind of scary. It really makes you hold your breath for a moment, definitely. So I really love how they portrayed the silence in this first movie. Of course, there is a lot more things going on in the first days of the apocalypse. There is still a lot of people. There are fires burning from vehicles or damage that was caused all around the city, and all that produces noise, which makes sense why they don't have to be that quiet as they have to be in first two movies. In first two movies, we can see them laying down the sand and walking on it so they don't make a slightest sound. They have to be extremely quiet. There was this chamber for a baby in a second movie, so the cries of the baby are not heard, but not in the first movie. In the first movie, there is a lot more talking, and there is much more conversation between the characters, which is something I definitely appreciated about A Quiet Place. So characters definitely use more their voice. They have to be way less silent, and it makes sense because these creatures react to the sound, and if there is more sounds around them and more louder sounds, they will have harder time hearing you talk or producing any noise. But they still are attracted to noise, and there is a bunch of moments in the movie where they make accidental noises, get other people killed, get themselves almost killed so many times. I especially love the connection between Eric and Sam. She is a very lonely woman. She has a cancer, and she tells him a story that her father also had a cancer and died from that. But she also tells him how much her father loved to play a piano, and she really wanted to get that pizza. Everyone is saving their lives, trying to get out of the city. There are these evacuation ships, and everybody's trying to get there. But Sam, she just doesn't care. She has a cancer, she's already dying, and all she wants is a damn pizza. And there is this specific scene where they finally reach the pizza shop, and they figure out it's all burned out, there is no pizza left, and that just shatters Samantha's heart, or Sam's heart. I don't know her full name. I think it's Samira, maybe. Doesn't matter, but anyway, her heart is so shattered, she falls on her knees, starts crying almost, She can't really cry much and make loud noises because she will attract these creatures. It is so damn gut and heart-wrenching to see a person wanting to express the emotions so badly but not being able to because that's gonna get him killed. And there was so much emotions through the entire movie, especially from the Eric side. Eric notices all of that I just talked about her, and he does everything in his power to make her feel happy. He realizes that she's a cancer patient, she's dying, and the world is all now messed up. They're in the middle of post-apocalypse. Second thing he does is once they reach this cafe, there is a piano there, and they in silence do some performance to make her feel better, because she really loved poetry and art, and her father did as well. And he then comes back later in that little cafe with a box of pizza, and they finally sit and eat pizza together, and the smile on Sam's face was something so precious to see in this movie. She was so happy that he brought her a pizza, the pizza that she wanted so much, the last meal she will ever have. Unfortunately, that's something you don't know until the end of the movie, where she literally starts smacking cars with a metal pipe and activating alarms, where bunch of these, like dozens of these alien creatures, starts rushing towards her to kill her, and she gives her cat to Eric and tells him to run and save his life, get on that boat and get out of the city, which is what he does. And that's something, when I witnessed that, when I saw that in the movie, I was like, no way. There is actually a woman sacrificing herself for a man, for a male character. I was so stunned. Such bravery in that scene from her side. She was suffering through the entire movie. She's so sad, but in the end, she thanks Eric for making her feel so alive, and you get to see that at the end when she puts the letter in his pocket, and he doesn't know that until he reaches the boat and opens the letter and reads it, how she wanted to give her cat to him to take care of her cat, so she saves him and her cat. That is, by the way, adorable through the entire movie. Cat is just, it just adds up so much to this movie. And at the end of the movie, when you expect actually Sam to die, she actually manages to escape all these creatures. She manages to charge her MP4 or MP3 player and listens to the music. And the final scene is her walking through the city, devastated, deserted, everything's destroyed, it's complete post-apocalypse from these creatures. And she comments something like how she feels alive because of the music, you know. And that's when she just simply stands in the middle of the street and unplugs the headphones from the player, and the music starts blasting from the speaker, and you can see one of these alien creatures just landing behind her, and that's where the credits are cut. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I felt so sorry for her. You know, the ending of this movie, I haven't felt gut-wrenched in so long by movie ending. The ending of this movie absolutely heart-shattered me. It was so sad to see that, you know, she gave up. She literally wanted to die. She saved Eric and her cat. She was dying from cancer. She was gonna die anyway, but you know, seeing her die in such a lonely way, in an abandoned city, completely alone, getting ripped by that monster, was so, I don't know, it just felt really, really sad. But you know, she turned out a hero in the end as well, and I had so many mixed feelings. Damn, this movie was good. This is what I love about A Quiet Place movies. There's a bunch of emotions delivered, especially in a day one. That, like, this was the most emotional so far. I freaking enjoyed it. The atmosphere, the post-apocalyptic environment, you know, the story explanation, how this whole mess happened, everything. It was so freaking good. And honestly, I think they should end A Quiet Place here. It should be a trilogy, and now just end it. We've seen first movie, second movie is the ending. We know what happens there. And now we got a day one, which is prequel that explain how all that started. And honestly, if they end the franchise here, that's the best thing they can do. I honestly don't think they should make any more A Quiet Place movies. It honestly doesn't even make sense to make any more A Quiet Place movies, since at the end of the second movie, they figure out how they can kill these creatures, and that's it. So This was a perfect trilogy. Must watch, especially if you're a fan of post-apocalyptic stuff and those kind of things. Check out all three A Quiet Place movies. You're not gonna regret it. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this movie review. If you did, then go ahead and leave a like, share, comment, or subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It is totally fine. Also, I recently got my partnership with YouTube. Now you can also leave super comments with the donations, so you can do that as well if you want. Again, if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can join my membership on my channel. Check that out as well if you want, guys. If you don't want to, again, you don't have to. It's totally fine. I love you. I appreciate all of your support and everything you've done for me and my channel so far. You guys are amazing, and I'll definitely see you in the next videos. Chris out.